Hey Joburg, how are you guys doing? So another fantastic day here in Johannesburg, South Africa. What more could you want from life than to wake up to this every single day of your life? Anyway, that aside, today we are talking about the Canon M6. Is this the perfect vlogging camera? I'm going to show you the setup. I've got Canon has gracefully loaned me an M6 to play with for a couple of days. I am loving it. I'm going to kind of let the cat out the bag right there. Loving it. But I also want to show you the vlogging setup that I've got on it, the way I've set it up. We're going to go up to Cameras, one of my favorite camera shops just now, try a different couple of microphones. I'll compare this M6 with a couple of other cameras so I can show you sizes. But anyway, let's get into it. So this is how I've got it jerry-rigged at the moment. Siri tripod, little flash bracket that I used to have from one of my film cameras, the M6 bolted on top of that with a little flash bracket, and then my Rode video mic Rycote onto the top. And it's a pretty solid rig. You know, you can still see the screen, because that's one of the letdowns of this camera, unfortunately, is that when you flip it up, you can't mount anything on the hot shoe, but you can get around it by jerry-rigging something like this. Unfortunately, this Rycote is a little big. As you can see, it's huge. As Donald Trump would say, it's huge. The 24 megapixel APS-C image sensor and Digic 7 image processor help deliver good image quality and impressive overall performance. But the Canon EOS M6 has to separate itself not only from its M5 sibling, but from very good mirrorless cameras from other manufacturers. Like the other M series models, it uses EFM lenses with support for other EF lenses via an optional adapter. It features dual pixel AF, which allows for fast autofocus in live view and in movie mode. In a first for Canon, the M6 has in-body electronic 5-axis image stabilization in video mode. It has a rangefinder style body, and while it doesn't have a viewfinder, there is an optional hot shoe EVF, which I absolutely love. It also has a 3-inch 2.36 million dot tilting touch LCD. There is also Wi-Fi, NFC and Bluetooth capability. But what we're really interested in for this review is the video. There is no 4K, so let's get that out of the way right up front. For creating YouTube content, the 1080p at 60, 50, 30, 25 and 24 frames a second is bang on target. This means that you are able to shoot everything from super dreamy slow motion to beautiful 24 frame per second cinematic footage. I've had a ton of fun using my other Canon lenses with this camera as well, and the video quality is perfect. It is definitely worth considering if you already have Canon lenses. The main feature that makes this a perfect camera for vlogging is the inclusion of a flip-up screen similar to this Canon G7X Mark II. This screen, although it doesn't fully articulate, does flip up to sit above the body of the camera and allow you to see everything that you're recording when you're shooting handheld, aiming the camera towards you. For any vlogger, this is a great feature to have and definitely gives you a tick in one of the most important boxes. However, if you do want to attach external audio, this is where issues creep in, because if you put your mic into the hot shoe of the camera, then you can no longer see the screen in selfie mode. This can be overcome pretty simply and fairly inexpensively by rigging up something similar to what I have. Using a simple flash extender bracket, I've managed to get my mic off to the left of the camera, and not only does it work perfectly, but the camera also feels way better balanced. This also gives you the option to include an LED light to your rig. You can even attach a cell phone if you want to run it as a teleprompter. My Rode video mic Rycote that I'm using at the moment is a little bit big for this rig, so I thought I would pop in here at Cameras, my favorite camera shop in Joburg, to show you a few other options that are available. Now, Johan has kindly agreed to let me open a few boxes and see what they're like. So we're going to be looking at, this is the stereo mic video, which is kind of expensive. And then my personal favorite, and the one that I'll probably go with in the future, which is the Video Micro. Now this is a tiny little mic. I'm going to open these both up and show you both of these different cameras on my setup, and you can make your decisions from there. Okay, so that's the Rode Video Micro now fitted onto the camera. Audio is coming from the Rode Video Micro. I like the form factor of this because it's really, really tiny. It is a unidirectional mic, so you're going to get pretty much what you're pointing it at. And I'm not quite sure what the audio sounds like because I'm not listening to it, but you guys are. Okay, let's check out now the Stereo Video Mic Pro. This is the expensive one, so I think it's like almost the price of the camera, but let's check it out. Okay, so we now have the Stereo Video Mic Pro, which is the big boy, the expensive one, on the camera. I'm not sure what the audio sounds like. You guys can tell me. This is probably the one I would go for if I could afford it, which I can't at the moment. So I'm really going to be looking at this little one. I personally think this is cute. It's kind of cool. It stays out of the way, but you know, horses for courses. If you can afford to go for the big one, go for the big one. If you can't, go for the small one. So those are the two mics. We've got Ryan here from Cameras is going to tell us how much they cost. Dude, entry-level video micro, what are we looking at?
Video micro, you're looking at 1,125.
So 1125, that's not bad for an entry-level mic, because I think my right coat is about 1516.
Right, a little bit more, about 1819.
Okay, so that's your middle range, which is the one that I'm currently using. Then the big boy, the Stereo Video Mic Pro. This is the awesome one. What are we looking at price-wise there?
On that guy, you're looking at 4895.
Wow, 5K. So that's like half the price of the camera. But anyway, if you can afford it, seriously, this is the one I would go for if I had the money. But you know, with my kind of budget and doing free shit on the internet, so it's probably going to be this one. Awesome, dude. Thanks for your time.
No worries.
Okay, taking a quick little break so that the Velociraptor can have a little play in the park before we go home. Now, something I really do like about this M6 is that it looks fantastic, from the retro looking dials on the top of the camera to the nicely rubberized hand grips, which makes the camera feel so solid in your grip. And that's kind of important when you're vlogging, because you never want to feel like your camera is about to fall out of your grip. There is, however, one thing I really, absolutely, completely don't like. And it's kind of important because the record stop start button is in a weird place and it's recessed like seriously into the body, so you can't really get your finger onto it quickly, which 99% of the time isn't a problem because you've normally got time to kind of set up your shots, hit the record button and carry on. But like on Monday when I was at that ANC thing in Joburg and that attack happened and I needed to get shooting straight away, I couldn't get the camera to record. So that meant I had to kind of swing that down, pick up my 5D Mark IV and start shooting on that. And that meant that I missed a good 10 seconds of footage. So not the end of the world, but if I did go with this camera as my vlogging rig, I must probably would jerry rig some sort of soft button so it would make it a lot easier to hit that record button. Maybe something for Canon to keep an eye out on next time. So my final thoughts on this Canon M6. Is this the perfect vlogging and YouTube content creation camera? In my honest opinion, it may well be. All in all, this is a phenomenal little camera in such a small little package. I'm seriously considering getting one of these to use as my small runaround rig. But at the end of the day, you have to go with what you can afford. So if you can afford this, then yes, do it. Buy it, you won't be sorry. It's a great camera, I promise. If you can't afford it at the moment, don't let that stop you creating. Just get out there and shoot with whatever you have. No excuses, just create. Now, you have a fantastic day. I will chat to you soon. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, and share this out with your friends. We've got so many more tutorials, reviews, and all sorts of cool content coming your way. Have a fantastic day. I'll chat to you soon. Cheers, Joburg.